Okay, good day. Welcome to the rig. As I like to call it, this is the Gang of Five, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is just briefly step you through each instrument and the particular role that it plays in the setup. And my approach is I like to have, if possible, several keyboards on stage. And I just use a few sounds from each one. And I find that the particular approach, the technique, and the feel that you get out of just a few sounds adds a lot more personality as opposed to just a single machine and scrolling through hundreds of sounds. So that's my take on that. So I'm going to start you up on here, and this is what I like to call the Raleigh Moog. And this is a Roland that basically thinks it's a mini Moog. It's a good analog type sound. Lots of fun for leads. So I keep it up here on the right for solos. Underneath that is a controller. This is the only one in the rig, and this is driving a program on a laptop out of view at this point. And what this does is recreate this weird, wonderful, strange thing that's called a mellotron instrument back from the 60s and 70s. It was an odd 3-octave range, and in theory you would press a key and you would activate a piece of tape that would hopefully play back a recording of something playing that note. So that's what it was supposed to do. In theory, in practice, it was very fussy to deal with. You hit the wrong note, the wrong control, and a bunch of spaghetti tape come flying out the back, so not much fun. But this program really recreates the essence and the character of that instrument without all mechanical maintenance. So, and it's fun to have too, because you're playing at the show, at the club, and nobody's really listening. Everybody's on their cell phone, kind of talking to each other. So, it's fun to kind of wait for the right moment, and it gets really quiet. And what was that? Where'd that come from? They think something supernatural's going on at the bar. So, got to move over to the left-hand rig. And down here is the organ. Really captures the classic rock instrument, the Hammond organ. And what I like about this is it's solid wood, but it's 35 pounds as opposed to 350, so it's a lot easier to move around. And you've got these controls like the drawbars. And even the vacuum tubes can be recreated for that classic deep purple sound. What I like the most, though, is the keys themselves. The feel, the spring, the attack, even the material of them. It really feels like the real thing. And I think all these controls just help to improve the performance, and hopefully that'll come across to the crowd and enjoy that even better. Above him is the piano. 88 keys, weighted. Feels like a grand piano, so it keeps your fingers in shape. And sound-wise, like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's just going to be a piano. And once in a while, I'll use a string sound, and I'll step on the sustain pedal like you would for a piano, and I hit a low note down in the low end of the keyboard. And you've got a pedal tone. A great way to build tension. As long as you keep that pedal down, you'll have that sustained note. So it's a good way to add dynamics to the music. And then the last one is I call the X, and he's the fifth element of the group, if you will. And what I mean by that is that it's able to complement or contrast the other 4 of these archetypal rock keyboard sounds. And this goes with kind of an abstract theory I've got about the keyboard player himself as sort of the 5th element. You used to have the other 4 guys, guitar, bass, drum, singer, and then you had this other guy over on the side of the stage, and he was hunched over this box, and you weren't really sure what he was doing, but he was making all these amazing sounds come out and added a lot of color to the music. And that brings to my last point. This is a lot of hardware. You know, why bother with this? And as I said many times, you're kind of crouched over this thing. You know, you can't see them, they can't see you. Well, what is this guy doing, you know? And so every once in a while, it's fun to just turn around and face the crowd head on and, to be blunt, just show off, you know? And I know, it's arrogant, it's kind of cocky, but it's still fun once in a while to show off, so. But the real practical reason is every club, every stage that you play, it's never big enough. You know, you try to get 2 or 3 people on stage, and then you've got somebody else wedged in front of you and all of their gear, and then they're barely trying to stay on the edge of the stage without falling off. So you're trapped back here, and at some point during the evening, you've got to go to the bathroom. So I know this takes up a lot of floor space, but if you do set up this way and you need to walk out, you just simply walk out. And that is the rig. So thanks for coming, and see ya.